What is up, everyone? So for today's video, I was just outside this morning and I realized I've never shown off the shop or where I actually do my work. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be doing a tour of the shop and show you guys where I make all my edits and all that stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get into it. Alright, so before I actually walk around and show you guys what's going on in here, I want to give you the specs of the building. Let me close the cabinet door, just blew open. It is a 50 by 30 on the inside with a 10-foot overhang, so 50 by 40 overall. And then there's heated floors, steel roof, steel everywhere. The insulation is just up right now. There's not actually steel on the walls, so it's just this matting stuff that we did. This is a nightmare, but gonna eventually get this place coated in steel or wood or something on the inside. But for now, the insulation along with the heated floors is just enough to keep it nice and warm in here and actually bearable to work in the winter. So out here is where the mess of all the projects go, all the spare pieces, the paint and all that. That all gets put out here. This is all left over from the cat eye build that I need to get sold or scrap or whatever. But this is just to keep like the main stuff out of the shop. I'm trying to paint in the brand new shop would not go over well with my dad either. So this is just where all the extra stuff comes out to stay. Outside, this little cove right here is where I like to park my truck. I park my car over there, sometimes inside, but the LB7's been inside most of the time. But this is where the projects always start. So they start right here in this cove, and then I either clean them or whatever, then they get to go in the shop. On the inside here, there are two small bays for parking, my sister's Tacoma, and then my dad's 06 LBZ Duramax. So normally they're in here, but I like to have them out when I'm working on stuff so I don't get contamination. And this is the bay I work in, so this door is much bigger than those two, obviously. So this is where I work on all the bigger vehicles or my stuff that takes up more space. So you might see the comically large flag. That was totally not on purpose. As for the future plans of this bay, hopefully gonna have a lift in it and then like a booth to weld right there. That part's not done yet. So we got the power ran. So right now it's just, it was originally supposed to be from this all the way over to like here somewhere. There's just gonna be a bench, welder, probably a curtain or something, but that will be happening soon. And same thing for the lift. I got the cord for the power up there. So that's gonna hopefully be happening in the spring. No promises, but that's the goal. As for organization goes, these shelves got put in over here. This is where all the like electrical stuff is. Everything's sorted. I need to put tags and it all, but everything is very well sorted over here. Got all the power tools and everything, spare parts. Up here I got all the extra parts, LB7s, all that stuff, and these are some old toolboxes. This is my treasure box. That was the dual mass flywheel out of my Passat. The U-joint I blew up. There's some cool stuff in here. I might have to go through that later. If you don't have one of these, I highly recommend it. It doesn't matter what brand it is, but having brand new bolts is so nice. I use these so much. They're really nice to have around so you don't gotta dig through your bolt bin, which we do have back here, all the spare crap. But as for the toolbox, we are Harbor Freight warriors because spending like 20 grand on a big box from Snap-on isn't really what we need, especially for the level we work on. So this Harbor Freight setup right here was still pretty pricey. This is where the majority of the tools are. We still got plenty of room to grow. There's a few empty drawers, but we got all of our nice stuff in there, and then everything's sorted into the categories. Look what I pulled out of the Rock Auto box today. MK4 Supra, pretty cool. So this bench over here, me and my dad actually built out of just wood. That's all it is, but it's real sturdy. And there's plenty of storage down here. I collapsed the engine stand down, put it under here, and then over here's all the jack stands and stuff. So that's a decent amount of weight on that one side, and it's held up perfectly fine. Like, this thing's sturdy. And they got the vise over here and the grinder. Only bad thing about this is you can't grind stuff close to the wall. So this almost needs to be like its own little thing you can push around. For smaller hand tools like wrenches and sockets, we got this little cart right here. This is what we had in the old garage, which it was a garage. So it was a damp, musty garage. It was awful. So we spilled coolant out of our 6.5 when we were pulling the engine out of that thing, and it basically flooded the entire garage. That's how small it was. And that building's only like 20 by 20 maybe, but it's a garage, it's not a shop, so there was a bunch of other stuff in there. That was a nightmare. But over here, this is the box we started in. It's all the chrome hand tools, another ratchet set, and then just more wrenches and more wrenches. Again, Harbor Freight Warriors, if you do not have these Icon ratchet wrenches, 10 out of 10 recommend them. We've had these forever, about 3 years now. I lost the 13, so that's about the only issue we had with them. I also recently got this cabinet over here. This is for all the detailing supplies, all the stuff in the doors. That's all your sprays, cleaners, additives, degreasers, glues, AC, basically whatever you need. That's spray paint. I'm also a spray paint warrior because nothing I own is worth actually spending money on good paint, so I get spray painted, but I have a lot of extra, so it's nice to have somewhere to store that. So all the edits I do after I do a job, like my dad's headlights, that is actually way over there in the yard. I just wait till it gets a little darker, and right there is where they all happen. So nothing too fancy, but once the sun gets down to a perfect level across the field, it glows perfectly. I've been using that for a while now. Over here is the parts shelf. This is jobs I have coming up, or just extra parts. That's the LB7 U-joints and straps. And then got speakers for that, and the oil pan down here, cabin filters, and basically just a bunch of other extra stuff, battery hold downs, and headlights over here. So it's nice to have spares of all that. Around here really isn't used for much. I think I had one of the Fieros back here. I had one right here, but that's about it. But it's just nice to have a place back here to shove the projects. Pretty much it for the shop. Like I said, we're gonna hopefully get a lift and welder installed here soon, and just add small tools as we go. But yep, that was just a little tour of our shop and our plans. So thank you guys for watching. See you later.